Hi everyone, welcome to Gonch's Menagerie. I am Gonch, and I am here with a hobby update. I have a completed project to show off, and I was just want to take you along for the journey with me. Pardon as I go super high tech and do an interesting transfer. Imagine shimmering lights and magical juju here. Um, this is my completed Stargrave crew box. I I really like narrative-driven games. I don't know about you. Um, Someone turned around when I moved that. I really like narrative-driven games, and I like stories that come behind why people fight. Uh, Actually, get deeper into it. I really like the logistics behind combat, but that's a whole completely different, different monologue. I don't know about y'all, what your favorite aspect of gaming is, but I like the story that comes along with it. I tell my guys around the table, it's not only just a group of people spending time around the table together because they want to and enjoying that experience. It's the story that they tell. My guys have done an excellent job of giving me a baseline to set up a story for our D&D campaign. Do one super high tech with the roundabout here. Now let's take a look at these models. I also apologize if there sounds like bones crunching. It's actually not a sacrifice to corn. It's my Tristan, who's currently under the table hanging out with his dad, eating a bone, because that's what he does. I tried to go through some camo here on this one because I was having a really hard time. As I mentioned previously in my other episode, I'm the only one in my area that I'm aware of that paints up non-GW or BattleTech stuff. Again, no judgment, just the reality I live with. So I'm kind of don't have anything where I can paint up like a themed army or a themed group to go with each other. I could, but it just sometimes just I don't know. I don't know what I want to start off with. So I just kind of paint this all a little bit different. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I do tend to find. I don't know what. Do you find that you're have like a set color scheme that you end up utilizing over and over again? I look at my finished cabinet and it is a lot of browns, a lot of greens, a lot of blues. My buddy Weaver pointed out to me, he's like, you don't really paint a lot of yellow, yeah, excuse me, yellows or purples or anything like that. I'm like, no, I really don't. Just excuse me a second, Tristan. Apologies for that. Um, Sounded like he was taking the whole table down as he's chomping on the bone there. But yeah, I don't really paint a lot of vibrant colors. I did paint a model for a gift for a friend of mine, and it was a very vibrant for me at least, flower lady off of Etsy. Etsy really is a dangerous thing. Really is a dangerous thing. But yeah, I like the. Sorry, I'm going to jump topics here, but I really like the narrative aspect. And Stargrave is written by Joseph McCullough. He does Ranges of Shadowdeep. He did Frostgrave, and then along came Stargrave, which is the sci-fi version. Frostgrave is the fantasy version, and you lead a warband that and a crew, and you gain experience. And there's just something about a Kingmaker campaign where you start off as a level nothing, and you survive, and all of a sudden you become something awesome. Kind of, how we hope our lives go. That you start off with nothing and you build something out of it that's worth remembering out of it, or so we can hope. But it's a completed project. It's a completed project. I used Vallejo thick mud for abasing glue, basically. Um, Gamer Grass Tufts, as you can see here, and then I have Wasteland or something like that from Army Painter for the grass. I know they have static grass applicators that makes it stand up, and those things are nice looking, but I don't know how all that works. I'm interested to know if y'all have ever tried that on a mini this small. I know they're used for model railways and such like that, but so I since I got back on the hobby, I stopped myself from buying the complete Army Painter paint set because I didn't know how long I was going to keep painting, because I start a hobby and then stop a hobby, start a hobby then stop a hobby. You know how that goes, right? I hope someone knows what I'm talking about. But I now have almost the whole range, and I finally printed off enough paint holders and put them into the color families that they're supposed to be in. And I have some gaps still, but I'm going to try to use up some of the more colors I don't utilize a lot. As you can see, the blues, the browns, the greens, the tops. That's a fun word. Try and do some of that differently here with some of these off-the-wall models. And lastly but not least, so I'm going to bombard my guys on my Discord and show off my printed models, or my painted models. Painted models, going to bombard the Facebook group I'm part of. And just there's something about finishing a portion of a project, right? Even if it's not the whole project, just that sense of accomplishment. Lastly, this has been on my to be based pile for a long time. I know some people hate painting horses, some people love it. I'm one of the people that I kind of like it. But a Dead Man's Hand plastic horse is all done up, based, and ready to go. I don't know if this is actually going to have a mount or a rider, if he's going to float around the table as some scatter terrain, but we'll see. I have a couple more horses left that are loose, but I think they're going to end up under the special characters, because I think that's going to be my next thing to try to finish. Is I have one more. I have to make the Outlaws for Dead Man's Hand. Then I have another box set of the foot guys and a mounted set for that to make of my Lawmen and my Desperados. There we are. To make a mounted and dismounted version of that. But no, I appreciate you all taking the time to stop and check out my rambling conversation and join me in the menagerie here. And I look forward to hearing what y'all got working on and seeing what y'all got working on in the world. And I hope your dice roll well and your paint flows smoothly. Thank you for stopping by.